Jana Duggar, long known as the serene and steadfast figure within her famously complex family, is now stepping into a chapter few thought they would see, expecting twins. For years, she represented a quiet constancy, someone who balanced familial obligations and personal solitude without bending to the insistent narrative that surrounded the Duggar name. But recent whispers, neither confirmed nor aggressively promoted, suggest a turning point so gentle yet so profound that it has caught the collective breath of followers, longtime observers, and quiet admirers alike. This news isn't emerging with loud declarations or network-backed exclusives. Instead, it's spreading softly, almost as if out of respect for the woman at its center. Fans and onlookers alike seem to share an unspoken agreement that this moment belongs to Jana in a way that no other moment in her public life ever has. At the heart of it is the possibility, now talked about across message boards and discreet fan spaces, that she is not just expecting her first child, but twins. It's a narrative shift so unexpected, it seems to invite a reassessment of everything people thought they knew about her. The twin news, though circulating quietly, is wrapped in layers of deeper speculation and careful hope. Longtime viewers have often described Jana as the embodiment of a patient strength, someone whose life choices defied the more expected patterns of her family. Now, many find themselves envisioning how those same values will shape her approach to motherhood, magnified by the unique challenges and joys of welcoming two children at once. In hushed online circles, fans imagine Jana guiding her twins with the same understated grace she has shown in family life, organizing, nurturing, leading softly rather than loudly. What stands out most is how this narrative departs from the usual spectacle often associated with Duggar family announcements. There is no prearranged magazine cover, no reality show reveal teased in advance. Instead, fans are creating the conversation themselves, weaving it out of small clues and shared memory. Some recall Jana's visible devotion to her younger siblings during earlier family episodes and specials, a dedication that made her seem almost like a second mother long before the idea of her own children became real. The thought of twins, then, feels poetic to them, a woman who gave so much now receiving a double blessing. There's also the inevitable curiosity about her partner, whose identity remains largely unconfirmed and carefully shielded from public glitter. This discretion fuels respectful speculation rather than tabloid sensationalism. Observers suggest that the very privacy surrounding him says something meaningful, that Jana may have chosen someone whose values align with her own preference for quiet, thoughtful living, the imagined portrait of their family to be, a calm household where attention is earned rather than demanded, has become part of the fascination. It's not about a headline-ready power couple, but about a life that makes sense to them, away from the noise. Adding another layer, fans talk about timing. Jana, now in her mid-30s, appears to have chosen this path deliberately, rather than as a response to external expectations. In family history often marked by early marriages and swiftly growing households, her decision stands as a subtle yet powerful counterpoint. Some see it as an assertion of autonomy, motherhood not as inevitability, but as choice. And when that choice involves twins, it deepens the sense of intention, two lives shaped not by family tradition alone, but by deeply considered hope. Within this discussion, references to her past role in the family add both texture and weight. Many point to moments caught on camera years ago. Jana gently corralling younger siblings, resolving small squabbles, tending to gardens with evident patience. These moments, small in themselves, have become meaningful in hindsight. Fans now reinterpret them as early glimpses of the mother she might become, nurturing, steady, and quietly wise. Some suggest that those years gave her a nuanced understanding of what children truly need beyond schedules and rules: presence, calm, and kindness. Yet even as fans construct these hopeful narratives, they remain aware of the unknown. No official confirmation details whether the twins are boys, girls, or one of each. This uncertainty has become part of the charm, a shared guessing game rooted not in gossip, but in gentle curiosity. Some draw parallels to her own childhood photos, imagining a daughter inheriting Jana's reflective eyes or a son mirroring the reserved confidence fans believe her partner must have. The imagined future feels intimate rather than speculative, an expression of collective goodwill more than demand for details. Importantly, the tone of the conversation is marked by respect. Unlike the often relentless scrutiny that surrounds high-profile pregnancies, this unfolding story feels almost protected by the very audience following it. Comments in fan forums speak less of scandal or shock and more of quiet admiration. "She waited, and now it feels right," one follower posted. Others express relief that she seems to be choosing this moment on her terms, rather than as part of a family narrative written by others. There is also thoughtful discussion about what this might mean for the wider Duggar story. Some see it as a quiet but significant evolution, a family chapter led by someone whose life has always challenged easy assumptions. The possibility of twins, in this view, becomes symbolic, a doubling of joy, yes, but also a doubling of hope that family stories can be rewritten, even gently, by those within them. The imagined details go beyond personality and appearance to everyday life. Fans predict that Jana's nursery might draw inspiration from her love of gardening, soft greens, natural textures, handmade quilts rather than mass-produced designs. They envision her choosing wooden toys and quiet corners over flashy gadgets, a space where childhood is sheltered from constant display. Others discuss how twins might shape her daily rhythm, perhaps bringing both added challenge and added meaning to the calm routine she has long valued. Even in the absence of official details, this quiet speculation has become a collective act of storytelling. Followers revisit old interviews and specials, connecting past moments to this new chapter. They see her thoughtful pauses in past conversations as hints of someone who was always waiting for the right time. Now that the moment appears to have come, they are ready to follow her story not out of habit, but out of genuine belief in its worth. Some voices in the discussion also acknowledge the deeper emotional resonance. In a family narrative often dominated by early milestones and large announcements, Jana's story feels almost like a gentle rebellion. A choice made slowly, a family started quietly, twins expected not as proof of legacy, but as an act of love. That difference matters deeply to fans who have watched her stand slightly apart from the louder currents of Duggar life. Others reflect on how this pregnancy could reshape perceptions of Jana herself. For years, she was sometimes labeled the one who stayed behind, a figure of quiet loyalty but little change. Now, the very fact that she might soon be raising twins reframes that stillness not as inaction, but as preparation, a slow gathering of wisdom and strength for a role she would choose on her own terms. This reimagining extends beyond her alone. The idea of twins introduces a double narrative, two new lives shaped by a mother whose patience was tested and refined over decades, and by a father whose mystery only deepens the story. The combined hope is not merely for healthy babies, but for a family that carries forward the quieter, more reflective values fans have long admired in Jana. In the end, what is striking isn't just the potential of twins or the rare glimpse into her private life, but the respectful silence in which this story has unfolded. Fans aren't demanding updates or pressing for confirmation. Instead, they are allowing room for the story to grow naturally, trusting that when Jana is ready, she will share more. It is, in its way, a profound statement on how much she is trusted and how deeply people wish her happiness. As speculation turns slowly into anticipation, the conversation continues with a rare blend of curiosity and care. The idea of Jana Duggar expecting twins is not just news. It feels like a narrative of quiet triumph, of a woman long known for giving to others, now preparing to give to her own family. And while the world waits to see what details emerge, the most meaningful truth may already be clear, that this chapter, written softly and deliberately, could be the most powerful yet. In the gentle unfolding of this story, there is something almost timeless. The promise that even in a family known for many voices, quiet ones can shape the future just as strongly. And so, As fans respectfully watch and wonder, the most important detail isn't how many babies or what they'll look like, but that Jana is finally writing her own next page with love, intention, and a double blessing that few could have predicted, but many now cherish. Thanks for watching.